Look at yourself. Really look. Have you ever noticed how often you hold back the truth? Not just to protect others, but to protect yourself, to avoid conflict, to avoid judgment, to avoid losing you. May tell yourself it's about integrity, that honesty is the highest virtue, that truth is always the best path. But, the world doesn't reward honesty the way you think. It rewards strategy. It rewards perception. It rewards those who understand how to navigate the currents of human desire, fear and ambition. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes the ability to lie skillfully, deliberately, subtly is what separates success from failure, influence from irrelevance, survival from ruin. Machiavelli knew this better than anyone in The Prince. He wrote not about deceit as vice, but as tool. A prince or any person navigating power cannot rely on virtue alone. Virtue can be admired, but it can also be exploited to survive and to win. One must understand appearances. One must manage perception. One must bend reality without breaking it. Think of it this way. A politician who speaks only truth might inspire the righteous, but in a world of manipulation and ambition, they are prey. A business leader who ignores perception might be ethical, but blind to strategy, they fall. Lying, when wielded with intention, is not chaos. It is control. This is not a call to moral decay. It is a call to awareness, because the first lie we must confront is the one we tell ourselves. We convince ourselves that honesty is always rewarded. We believe integrity is sufficient to navigate human complexity. We think the world is fair, and that belief sets us up for disappointment, betrayal, and loss. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance, the tension between how we want the world to work and how it actually works. Every day, you face opportunities to adjust your behavior, to smooth interactions, to manage impressions, to protect your goals. Some call it lying, others call it strategy. The difference is intention and awareness. Even Nietzsche understood this. He wrote about the masks we wear, not just for others, but for ourselves. We all present a curated self, hiding doubt, weakness, and fear, but most people do it unconsciously. The truly powerful do it deliberately. There is freedom in this awareness. There is responsibility, because once you understand the mechanics of perception, you can choose to manipulate for selfish gain, or to navigate the world wisely without losing yourself. Entirely consider history. Alexander the Great used deception to inspire fear and loyalty simultaneously. Catherine the Great mastered intrigue at court to protect her rule and her vision, even in our modern lives. CEOs, diplomats, and thinkers use selective truth-telling to protect, persuade, and influence. The lie, in these cases, is not an enemy of morality. It is a weapon of survival. And yet, most people recoil at the idea of lying, thinking of it as shameful or dangerous. But refusing to engage with this reality doesn't make it disappear. It makes you naive. Here's the twist. The real danger is self-deception. If you convince yourself that honesty alone will safeguard your life, career, or relationships, you ignore the currents beneath the surface. You fail to read intentions, motives, and strategy. You mistake morality for immunity. Machiavelli's lesson was never about being a villain. It was about understanding the machinery of human behavior. It was about seeing the world clearly. beyond illusions of fairness, virtue, and justice. When you confront this, you realize something uncomfortable. Life is a theater, and every human interaction involves performance. Even the kindest people are actors. Even the honest are constrained by appearances. So how do you use this knowledge without losing yourself? Awareness over instinct. Recognize when truth serves you and when perception matters more. Intention over impulse. Don't lie out of fear or laziness. Use selective truth to navigate complexity. Reflection over ego. The greatest power comes from understanding yourself first, not manipulating others blindly. The lie, wielded consciously, becomes a tool of clarity. It allows you to operate in a world that is rarely just. It allows you to protect what matters most without surrendering your essence. And here's the final paradoxical insight. The person who masters the art of strategic truth-telling does not live in dishonesty. They live in understanding. They see the world without illusions, navigate it without naivete, and act with intention rather than reaction. Honesty alone can fail you. Strategy alone can corrupt you. But awareness, the ability to discern when, why, and how to bend truth is the quiet, invisible power that shapes lives, history, and destiny. So, ask yourself, when have you clung to honesty out of comfort? When have you ignored perception to feel righteous? And when will you embrace awareness, even if it means confronting uncomfortable truths about yourself and the world? Because winning or simply surviving in life doesn't come from never lying. It comes from knowing the difference between the lies that destroy and the truths that save you are stronger than your fear of dishonesty. You are wiser than your need for approval. And the moment you see the world clearly, you step into a power almost no one else dares to claim.